Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about what meditation is and how to start a meditation practice. So I was having a conversation with somebody recently and they told me that they had started meditating this year, but it wasn't for them. They couldn't do it. And as I started asking more questions, I found that he was following a program from some guru or from some health expert, and that this program, the outcome of the meditation was to completely blank out your mind. So no thoughts for the duration of the meditation, and that's how you knew that you were successful. Now, I think it's a very dangerous idea to talk about meditation as being successful or unsuccessful. And in fact, I think when you put those labels on it, less people are likely to engage in a meditation practice when they actually need it, but because they're not able to achieve the outcome, then they think that it's not for them, or they think that they're not good at it, and we tend to stay away from the things that we think we're not good at and chase the things that we do think we're good at. And so today I just want to talk about what my concept of a meditation practice is and what I teach my clients, and then how to get started. So we'll start with the science behind meditation. And so the science behind meditation is basically that we look at the brain waves that are occurring in the brain. Now, this top level of brain waves is beta brain waves. And this is what our brain waves look like when we are awake and we're rushing through about our daily lives. So, picking up the kids from school, dropping them off to school, going to work, cooking dinner, doing groceries, cleaning the house, everything that we need to do in a day. This is what our brain waves look like. Now you can see there's very little space in between each brain wave. Now what happens with meditation is we move into alpha brain waves. And so we also move into these brain waves at the beginning of our sleep. So you can see that there's more space in between each brain wave, and that the brain waves just have a smoother, less choppy look and vibe to them. And so for me, meditation is less about having an outcome. I think if you go into a meditation session with any outcome other than to observe yourself and see what happens, then you are setting yourself up to be dissatisfied. In a society that is so masculine energy dominant, meaning we are always looking to achieve the next goal or to achieve results, we're results driven, goal oriented, that if we attach an outcome to our meditation practice, such as this guy had of completely blanking out the mind, then it becomes dangerous, because the people who are the most goal oriented, or who are the most push, drive, they're the people, in my opinion, who need a mindfulness or meditation practice the most, but they're the ones who are going to take perhaps longer to get to that space of no thoughts at all. So I learned about meditation in university, which was over 10 years ago, but my meditation practice has been very consistent for the past 5 years. And I can honestly say in that 5 years, the number of times that I have gotten to no thoughts at all, I'd be able to count on two hands. So it would be somewhere around the 10 mark. And the number of times where I've had the exact same meditation as another point in time is completely, I don't know that I've ever achieved that. Whether I'm listening to a guided meditation or I'm taking myself through my own meditation, the chances of me listening to and doing the same meditation and getting the exact same outcome 2 times is highly unlikely, because we are changing and we are ever evolving, and the circumstances that we're facing today are different to the circumstances we're facing yesterday. And so meditation is very much a practice, and sitting down knowing that some days you're going to get to that point of presence and potentially even enlightenment faster. That's going to happen. But there's some days you're gonna sit down, and there's some days where I sit down and I struggle to sit there for 20 minutes and pay attention without my thoughts racing. And so for me, meditation is less about the outcome, less about enlightenment and blanking out your thoughts, and more about becoming an observer of our mind. And so when I teach meditation classes, the number one thing that I teach people is that Meditation is about realizing that you have thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. And you can choose which thoughts you hold attachment to and which ones you say, you know what, I'm not feeling that today, so I'm just gonna let that go, especially when it comes to your negative self-talk. And for me, meditation is about becoming an observer of yourself. So what are your patterns? Where do you typically go when you have a couple moments of silence and rest? Do you go into a negative space or do you go into a positive space? Now, I highly believe in the benefits of meditation, and I could sit here and ramble on for about an hour about the benefits of it. I won't do that, but I'll give you the kind of top benefits of meditation. So in our brain, we have an area called the amygdala. Now, this is the fear center of our brain. And any time that we go to step outside of our comfort zone, the amygdala is the part of our brain that is triggered. Anytime that we go to do something new or different, or anytime that we look to distinguish ourselves from the rest of the pack, the amygdala, which is in a very primal center of our brain, is activated. And this stops us from taking action, and it makes us feel that fear and that anxiety. Now, studies have shown that a regular meditation practice actually shrinks the size of the amygdala. So one reason that some people who meditate often are able to push themselves further outside of their comfort zone is because that amygdala has shrunk in size. And so it's not as big as in somebody who doesn't practice mindfulness or meditation. So when we talk about rewiring the brain away from our negative bias that I talked about a couple weeks ago in my video, this is what meditation does. That shrinking of the amygdala is part of that rewiring of the brain. Meditation helps with concentration and focus. It helps with overall health. It strengthens your immune system. It makes you more aware of your everyday circumstances. So in my mind, you then become a better communicator. You become more compassionate and empathetic towards yourself and other people. But you're just able to see more things in your environment as well. It opens up the filtering system in your brain. Now, I'm going to put together a 8-week beginner guided meditation program to help people learn how to meditate. And so in this 8-week program, every Monday you'll receive a different meditation from me, and I will show you 8 different ways that you can meditate, and you can choose how many times you want to listen to these meditations. You can choose which meditations are for you. So I'll look at some guided meditations. I'll look at some breathwork meditations. I'll look at some walking meditations because I know that some people do struggle to sit still. I will look at chakra meditations and healing meditations, and I'll look at a range of meditations for you, and then you can decide which ones are best for you. So I'll send out 2 meditations a week, one on Monday and one on Wednesday, and there'll be different meditations but of the same category. So you'll get 2 visualizations, you'll get 2 walking meditations, for example. And so if you're interested in finding out more information about that program or signing up, it'll be very low cost. You can click on the link below and register your details, and you'll start receiving the emails next week. See you. Have a good day.